everybody, welcome back to the channel, and it's time for another Vern Rant. Today we're going to be talking about the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from Hasbro and their big launch on their website. Now, it's no secret when they have an exclusive, they really mean come to the convention and get it first because we're going to sell it on our website later. And you know what? I'm slowly but surely not having any problem with that whatsoever. Luckily, I was able to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I got the figures that I wanted, and I skipped the ones that I didn't want. I was, however, a little bit kind of like thrown off when I got to Comic-Con and the Cobra Commander was a limit 1 and all the other figures were basically limit 2. Now, of course, that changed on Saturday and they upped the limit, but I didn't see any grand announcement, and the only way I know is because I happened to be walking by the Hasbro booth and asked, and they said, oh, we raised the limit. Then I found out later that on Sunday it was basically a free-for-all. You could just show up and buy as many as you want. Now, I thought that was kind of cheesy because, like, when you go to Comic-Con, every day is a separate badge. You don't just make it and then go all 4 days. You have to get all 4 days separately. So there's a possibility you might not get a Saturday, or you might not get Friday, or you might not get Thursday. So is it really right to say your limit to 1 even though you got a pass for 4 days, 4 separate days that you paid for? Or should it have been 1 per day that you paid for? So could I have been able to go back on Friday and get another one? Could I have gone back on Saturday? I think that maybe they need to reevaluate how they do that, because if somebody just goes on Saturday, they have the option to get like 1 or 2 because they upped it to 2. But if somebody only had Friday and they only got 1 and then found out on Saturday that people were able to get 2, they paid the same amount for their tickets and they were limited to 1. Now, what if you're the kind of collector who likes to open, but you also like to keep something in box, or you know you're trekking down to a convention and you're really good friends with another collector who also wants that same figure, and you're like, maybe I can pick that up for him. Well, not if you went Thursday and Friday only, because you were only allowed 1. And can you imagine you got Thursday and Friday tickets, you were still only allowed 1, but a guy who bought only Saturday tickets was allowed 2. And then if you only bought Sunday tickets, you could buy as many as you want. Now, Sunday's kind of a different story because it's the last day of the convention, and I can understand a company not wanting to pack all their stuff up and haul it back to wherever they came from. I can get behind that. But maybe in the last few hours of the convention, or you make an announcement that you're going to do that, so people who have all 4 days, who've spent the first 3 days going to the convention, don't sit at home thinking like, well, you know, I don't think I'm going to go down there because what am I going to get? I already got my limit. Maybe, you know, if I knew, I could have went down there on Sunday. I'm talking about myself. Anyways, I didn't go on Sunday, and that's my mistake. But anyways, tell me what you guys think about that. Should you get the limit for every day that you pay for a ticket, or should you just be limited to the 1 for the entire convention no matter how many days you paid for or got? The other thing I want to know is, do you think it's fine for them just to open it up on their website to members only an hour before everybody else, and then make it limit 5? You couldn't even get 5 at Comic-Con after paying, going to the event, winning the lottery, standing in their line. You couldn't even buy 5 until Sunday. So why can't you just go online and buy 5? I saw that the aftermarket prices appear to have shot back up after they sold out on Pulse this morning, and then the funny stuff happens. Then all of a sudden you see a lot of people saying, oh, I'm angry about this or I'm angry about that. But the next thing you know, Pulse is now not sold out on their convention exclusives. Now they're coming soon with a ship date pushed back to September, which makes me think they got more stock coming in. It was like, oh, coming soon. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. on the East Coast. So on the West Coast, you will have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning if you want your shot to get one of those pre-orders that's coming in September. And then, this is the best part, people were complaining about having to get up in the morning, and it appears they changed it to 11. They pushed it back a little bit so you can sleep in. So I don't know, is this all reactionary to like what's going on social media, or is somebody just keying in the wrong information? It's like an episode of The Office, to be completely honest. You want your chance to get the Cobra Commander. if you want your chance to get Death Head, if you want your chance to get the Star Wars Darth Maul speeder bike set, those are coming soon. They're going to come up again for a pre-order. Let's see if they just open it to everyone right at that time, or if there's still an hour break. If they do the hour break and they do the 5 limit, here's my question. Somebody who bought their limit today, can they go back and buy 5 more tomorrow? Because if that's the case, then all the Pulse members who bought 5 today are going to buy 5 tomorrow, and then will there be any for people who aren't Pulse members? And is that the point? That Hasbro is trying to force you at this point to become a Pulse member so that you can be in there first thing to get those figures. And you know, it didn't work for everybody, because I saw that a lot of people are saying that they were there, they had them in their cart, and they could not check out. The Cobra Commander was gone in about 5 minutes. The Death's Head, he was gone after that. Big Bad Toy Store launched their link at 11:52 and then pulled their link because it wasn't supposed to go live until 7 o'clock. The Star Wars speeder bike lasted a little bit longer, but it was limit 3. That's probably why it lasted a little bit longer, but finally is in that coming soon, or it went to sold out and now coming soon. So anyways, tell me what you guys think about what happened today, if you were involved in it. Are you kind of laughing a little bit in the back of your mind at the unfolding of this? It's a little bit frustrating. I get it. It's not really something that you want to laugh at, especially if these are something that you wanted. Once again, I am glad that they had them available for people who didn't go to the convention. I just wish that they had lowered the limit to maybe 2 to get them into more people's hands. And I'm very curious to know is if you can order 5 more tomorrow if you've already ordered 5 today, or is there something about your count that will say you've already exceeded your limit so you can't order 5 more so that more people can order them? Because if they do that whole Pulse first and then everybody else later, I have a feeling we're going to be in the same situation tomorrow where people who aren't Pulse members are not going to be able to get those exclusive figures. And if you haven't seen it, I do have the Cobra Commander Once a Man review on my site. The one thing that I thought was funny, that I thought I'd mention here in this video, is when I took it out of the box, I turned the box upside down and this box slid out, and I did the review just like that with the box. And then later I looked in the box and I saw there was this nice plastic sleeve that goes around the box, which I was unaware of until I looked in the box later. But anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you think about how that whole after Comic-Con sale went today, and if you were able to get in and get anything, or if you're looking forward to trying again tomorrow, or if this whole situation is just beyond you and now you just don't care. Anyways, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And as always, have a fantastic day.